Hello from Osaka, Japan. I've been in Japan for 11 days. I spent the first 8 days in Tokyo, and I went to Kyoto for 5 days, and now I just arrived in Osaka today in the morning. It feels like I've been gone for so long, and so many things has been happening internally and externally. Traveling is a lot. It's so stimulating. There's so many things to figure out, especially I'm starting this like long trip. And right before I left for the trip, so many things were happening in my personal life. I ended a relationship, and before that happened, we were just going through so much ups and downs, and it didn't end on a best note, which was unfortunate, but it is what it is. And yeah, I had to carry that into this trip. And as you know, I left my job late April. So overall, my life has just been feeling very ungrounded, uncertain, and I toggle back and forth between just feeling completely lost and overwhelmed and not really knowing where I'm going in life and what I'm doing here. And the excitement of traveling and possibilities and just the world being my oyster. I'm not new to solo travels and doing things by myself, and it's been all fine and stuff before. For some reason though, on this trip so far, loneliness has hit me really, really hard, and it might have to do with everything that I just talked about with, big changes in my career and my relationships and being in this state of everything kind of crumbling in my life and figuring out a whole new direction to go into. And maybe it's also the culture of Japan. I feel like people really keep to themselves. Like on the subways, like people just stay on their phones. No one's talking. It's silence. And there's also a language barrier wherever I go. It's like Japanese, people barely speak English. So like I'm really alone here. Well, when I was in Tokyo, I did stay at a hostel. I did hang out with people there. I talked to the staff. They had a little bar there, and you get a free drink every night for being a guest there. So that was fun. I got to know some of the people working there. I did make some friends at the hostel, but everyone has different schedules, and everyone, like, the turnover is so quick. Like, I'll make some friends, they'll leave the next day or leave in 2 days. So it's like there's no one that I can kind of like hang out with continuously or like get to know on a deeper level. But I don't know, maybe I know one's in Korea right now, so maybe we can link up, but maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, maybe staying at a hostel is the way to go, but also staying at a hostel, I feel like, oh, I want my own space. Like, it's so nice being in a hotel that's my own. I can do whatever I want. I can just unload all my stuff over the room and be comfortable. So it's this like wanting both. I want connection. I want to make friends. I want to hang out with people. I want to share the experience with someone, but I also want freedom. I want solitude and my own space. It's very conflicting. Maybe the best compromise would be to have a private room in a hostel. I don't know. But yeah, honestly, I've been feeling really lonely and isolated. And I got my period a few days ago, so I'm just in this very tender heart space, and it feels just vulnerable. I just feel so much emotion in my heart, and I'm trying to hold myself through it. But if I'm honest, I just really want to be held. And this message has been coming to me very strongly recently. The message is that I am just good enough as I am, and that I don't need to work so hard to earn love or to be worthy. I don't need to heal more. I don't need to develop myself more. I don't need to have a better body. I don't need to look better. I don't need to have a relationship. I'm just enough as I am right now, fully. And I've been getting this message from various places. So I think that's the lesson I'm integrating right now. It's like, with all the loneliness, with all the uncertainty, and just feeling absolutely lost in life, I am still good enough. I don't need to be anything different. I don't need to be anywhere that I'm not. And I'm trying to stay present and take things moment by moment, like literally. Even financially, like, I have some money saved up. I know I'm gonna be okay for traveling the next few months, but like, a part of me feels so scared to spend money right now because I know that I don't have an income. And I find myself like kind of obsessing over every dollar I'm spending, and it doesn't feel good. I know it's coming from lack. And it's kind of the reminder to myself of like, okay, you're thinking too much now. You're overanalyzing. You're not trusting. Just be present and stay true to yourself. Whatever you want to do, whatever feels good for you, do that, and trust that you'll be taken care of. And it's okay if you can't trust fully. Can you relax just a little bit more? Can you trust just a little bit more? And it's a really good exercise for me to work on this embodiment of allowing myself to be where I'm at and not pushing so hard. It's not that, oh, I completely trust or I'm failing. It's like, I could be scared and lonely and anxious and worried about money. At the same time, I can just open a little bit more. And another thing that's been coming up, it's like this perception I have of myself and the stories I tell about my life and who I am. Like, I was having this conversation with the bartender at my hostel, and I don't remember how this came up, but I told him that, oh, I think we were talking about drinking, and I told him I don't drink much, but I like being tipsy because it helps relax me and I feel a lot less anxious socially. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, well, I often feel shy and then like anxious in social settings, talking to people. And he was like, what? No, you're not. You're not shy. You're not shy at all. And in that moment, I realized, I've heard that before. Right before I started this trip, I was talking to another person and sharing with her about my insecurities and how I'm working on my self-confidence. And she's like, you're pure light. You're confident. I don't sense insecurity in your field and in the way that you speak and carry yourself. I don't sense that. So again, it's like the same message coming from different places. And with this one, I realized how much of this is just me holding on to this story of like, oh yeah, I'm shy, I'm insecure. That's just who I am, and I'm working on it. I've never stopped to question that. Is that really true? Is that accurate still? Because it seems like it's not. And I can feel that in myself too. I feel solid in myself. I feel confident. I like who I am. I respect myself. I admire qualities that I have, and I have a clean conscience. I know I do things the best way that I can. I know that I am authentic and I'm always doing my best. I like who I am. The reason why I feel like I still think that I'm not, though, is because I'm not perfect with it. I'm not invincible. Things can still trigger me. Things can still touch a tender spot in me. I think the key here is the perception of what confidence really is, because confidence is not being invincible. Confidence does not mean that you have no insecurities or that you will never feel anxious or sad or scared ever again. Confidence, it's really just you believing in yourself, you liking who you are, you knowing who you are, and you being courageous enough to embrace yourself exactly as you are, which ties into the first point I made of that's a major lesson I'm integrating in my life right now. It's like, how do I truly embrace and accept myself as I am and know that I am actually good enough. I am actually perfect where I am right now, who I am right now. And that I'm whole and complete. I don't need to solve my loneliness. I don't need to find a companion. I don't need to find a relationship. I don't need to find a way to make money. I don't need 500 people liking my pictures on Instagram. Sometimes I think about that too, like, what if no one even cares? And I think that's my greatest fear, is just being ignored by people, being completely irrelevant. Which is why I feel the need to post on social media sometimes. I feel like it's not just for myself or wanting to share. It's like, I want to be seen, I want to be acknowledged, I want engagement and interaction with people, which is fine. You know, humans need social interactions, but I think a part of me is seeking a sense of self from doing that. And I'm afraid of being forgotten about. I'm afraid of being just not important to people. And that's so deep and so scary in me. I can feel it as I'm talking about it. So what I'm learning to do right now is like, even if no one sees me, even if no one shares this experience with me, can I just be present and take it all in and experience it for myself? This trip really is just for me. I'm not trying to check things off a list or just take pictures and be able to say, oh, I've been there, I've done that. But this trip is for me, to find myself, to experience life and all that it has to offer, to be with myself, and to just move through all the feelings that come up when I'm by myself. It's such a strange feeling to be in this huge crowd of people but feel alone. But I don't want, or I know that it doesn't have to be that way, because being alone and being lonely are two separate things. Like right now, I'm alone in my little hotel room. So messy. But I feel okay right now. I don't feel lonely. I'm enjoying my time here talking to the camera. I just got back from, what's it called? Dombury? I butcher that so hard. But it's like the, street where all the shops and restaurants and just everything is. And there were so many people. I was shoulder to shoulder with everyone. It was crazy. I like the vibes out there though. But yeah, that was way too much energy. I feel kind of out of place sometimes. Anyway, this is kind of just like me rambling. I'll make more updates. I want to continue to share my thoughts and experiences while I travel, so stay tuned. Have a good night or good morning wherever you're at.